With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. It's the Miami Marlins. And taking the ball for Detroit, Justin Verlander. And as usual with him singing, I think we can expect plenty of strikeouts. Okay, all set to go. Connor Norton now at the plate. And that one hammered. High bounce takes it over the fence. That's an automatic double.
Batting second, left fielder, Griffin, hold on.
Slapped hard the other way, but foul. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. You're in game one of this three-game set. This one popped up, foul ground first base side. One away.
Batting third, catcher.
And time now for the Marlins lineup. Of course, a big piece for them is their DH, Agustin Ramirez. So up next, Heriberto Hernandez. Good power, not great in the OBP department.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Stays alive. Man at second. Base hit into the outfield. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with one out. The 0-1. And fouled off.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
2 on, 1 out. Hard hit, could be extra bases. One runs in. Here comes the runner. In to score from first. And they lead by 2.
Well, he had the opportunity to drive in some runs, and he comes through to break the tie. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Lopez in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Ramirez, the runner at second with one away. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2. Got him swinging for a strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. Digging in, Jacob Marcy. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1. Gets him to chase after that one.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you've got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Smoked on the ground a second. They limit the damage here. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this. Back in Comerica Park. And getting the start for Miami, Chris Paddock. Chris, he's looking for a bounce back this season. Gleyber Torres up now for the Tigers. There's the strike. And a foul ball. The 0-2. Line drive, base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Way out front for strike 2. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Kerry Carpenter in the box now, takes strike 1.
No.
Sets him down looking. And that is a big first out. Pulls that one foul. 1 out. Runners at first and second. In the air, center field. Marcy settles underneath it. And there's 2 down. Now here's the Detroit catcher, Dylan Dingler. And that one fouled off.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Line drive. Fair ball. Rounds third, headed for the plate. And now they trail by 1.
Great recovery in this one. Early in the count, he looked lost, but finished strong with a nice line drive. It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see it.
Now this one gets through. Fires to the plate. And he's out.
On the tag, you're out.
Down, and that ends the inning. On now to the top half of inning number 2. And now for the Marlins, Christopher Morel. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That one carrying. Out of here. He wastes no time on this one, and they add to the lead. It's 3-1.
He hasn't been at his best at the plate these last few games, so this could end up being an important home run for him. Maybe it's a sign of more to come.
That one fouled off. And a big swing and a miss. Making the calls behind the plate in this one is Woody Keller.
Yeah, and Woody does a pretty good job back there, Boog. He's got a pretty fair strike zone most of the time. Maybe some inconsistency here or there, but usually he's back there doing a solid job.
Baez fires over to first. 1 away. That ground ball may have him back on track after the homer. Stepping in, Javier Sanoja. Sat out last night's game, but back in there today. And a swing and a miss. Sanoja launched a homer in his most recent game.
Ball.
1 out, base is empty, and a run in here at the top of the second. The 1-1 is fouled off. On the ground to short. Not in time.
He's in there. He's
Great
safe.
effort, but it's an infield hit. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Man at first, one away. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Struck him out. Really fooled him with the breaking ball there. Griffin Conant digs in now. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a foul straight back. Runner on the go. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Touches down. That's a hit. And now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away. That is upstairs for ball 1. That's a base hit. Run scores.
Comes through with the RBI. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Now here is Agustin Ramirez. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. Now to the back here in Detroit, bottom of the second. Zach McKinstry up now for the Tigers. Swing and that ball smashed on a line. And that's got extra bases written all over.
We've got time.
High bounce takes it over the fence for an automatic double. And it's through for a hit. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and they cut the lead to 2. So a man at first. Here's the center fielder, Parker Meadows. Norby, the flip. There's one. On to first, safe. So they get one, but a really nice try there. Scored the first one of the game back in the first after a single to reach base. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. And it's out of here. Into the home bullpen for a homer. Gleyber Torres goes yard. His second of the year.
Ball, no.
Tied up here in the early going. In the air to left center. Conant takes it in for the out. And there's 2 away. Kerry Carpenter up now for the Tigers.
Ahoy.
2 gone, base is empty, but 3 runs across bottom half of inning number 2. Check swing, and he went. And it's 0-2. Fights it off, he'll see another. Foul ball left side, he'll see another. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that's the 3rd out. Detroit adds 2 on this homer. All even now. Top half of the 3rd inning, and now for the Marlins, Otto Lopez. First pitch swinging.
I think this is an important inning on the mound for him in this game. He's got to find a way to settle things down and give some length in this start.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea.
Up next for the Marlins, center fielder Jacob Marcy.
Ground ball right side. First two batters retired here in the top of the third. And up next for Miami, Christopher Morel. He's already homered here in this one. In the air, right field. And that is that. Welcome back. And Singy, some big-time struggles coming into this one, and he doesn't seem to have it again today.
Yeah, he's nibbling out there more than attacking, and you can tell the confidence isn't quite there, Boog. A lot of game left to shake it off, though.
There's a swing and a drive. That one carrying. Going. Gone. And Torque muscles one out of here. Here's the catcher, Dylan Dingler. In there at the knees. 0-1.
But just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike one. Key, 24 years old, and he was a fifth-round pick in 2020.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with two strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up, and he couldn't get a piece at all.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Makes the grab after a long run. And that's the inning. Solo shot for Detroit this inning. It's now back at Comerica Park. And now for the Marlins, Davison de los Santos. Foul ball there.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
Ground ball up the middle. Whips it to first.
Got him. That's an out.
One gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man. This one in the air, center field. Meadows under it. And there are 2 outs. Now Connor Norby, 1 for 2. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. This looks like extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And the tying runs at second base with a double.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Check swing, and he went. It's 0-1. In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. Swing and a tapper. And that one handled. Save. Fantastic effort, but that extends the inning. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Heriberto Hernandez, the next up for the Marlins. Fouls away the first offering. 2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Tigers bullpen with some action. Tyler Holton, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Hannafy warming up as well. And he couldn't hold back. He's right up on strikes. Welcome back. Last series, the pitching was not good as we take a check of the numbers. If they did a poll of top tattoos in Major League Baseball, Javi Baez, I think, would have to be in the top 5. Right on the back of his neck is the Major League Baseball logo. So it's effectively right under the MLB logo that's on his cap. breaking ball in there. Got him looking. And a quick out, number one. So digging in, Parker Meadows. On the ground to first. De Los Santos takes it to the bag. Already 2 gone here in the home fourth. He's already homered in this game. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. This looks like extra bases. It's a double. 3rd hit of the night for him. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Man on second, 2 down. And there's a foul ball. Up the middle, lays out, but he can't squeeze it. He doesn't have a play, and now they have runners at the corners.
Fantastic work running it down. Knowing it was going to be difficult to make any type of play. Nice job of limiting damage in that spot.
Carpenter in the box now, takes strike 1. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. And that's just foul. This ball's chopped on the ground, and that chance handled. Play made, that ends the inning. Tigers strand a pair. We go to the top of the 5th. Now here's the Marlins DH, Agustin Ramirez. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1.
You know, these Marlins, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've logged 6 hits at 90-plus exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
Got him. Now 5 strikeouts for him in the mound.
That slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
That's out to center field. And there are 2 down.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Hard hit, right side. Over to first. Marlins set down in order. Back here in Detroit, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Spencer Torkelson up now for the Tigers. Up the middle. What a stop. Over to first. And it beats him. What a play. Lifted in the air. Left field. Pretty well struck. Konai has a beat on it. 2 away now. Colton Keith will hit next.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact. So not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind him.
That clips the corner. Hit in the air, center field. He makes the grab. That is the inning. Back here in a close one, and a look now at some of the biggest plays from the game. At the plate, Christopher Morel.
Christopher Morel.
Verlander back to work. Popped up. Keith gets there. He's under it. 1 up, 1 down.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
On the ground, Keith. Throws to first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th. Now the third baseman, Javier Sanoja. In the air to left center. Meadows on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that back at Comerica Park. Time to hit the reset button, Singy. Just hasn't had his stuff recently, and today has been much of the same.
Yeah, Boog, it's been a grind lately, and this outing's kept that theme alive. Well, these Tigers doing a good job at the plate with runners on base, and that can be a key difference maker in the game. With runners in scoring position, they've come through more than 50% of the time, and you can see the damage it's created on the scoreboard.
High fly ball out into left center field. Marcy takes it in for the out, and there's one down. Here's Baez.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here. On top of that, they haven't left many runners on base, so they've been efficient getting runners on and finding ways to bring them home.
No, outside.
Right through there for a strike.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
And that one is lifted in the air. 2 down.
Up next for the Tigers, center fielder, Parker Meadows.
Strike 2.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. That is the inning. Down in order go the Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Kyle Finnegan. He last pitched 2 days ago. Swing and a miss as that one was high.
On the mound, you take a note. You see the hitter's willingness to chase that pitch upstairs, get deeper in the count, try to climb the ladder.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Chases that one upstairs. Got him. One away on the strikeout.
Kind of marked that strikeout pitch right there. I'm not sure if he got crossed up or tied up, but either way, good composure to recover and finish the out at first. That's a play you could easily panicked on and throw into right field.
The Tigers holding on to a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. Comes up empty. Movement in the bullpen. Tyler Holton preparing to come on if needed. Vest also getting ready. And down on strikes. 2 away.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Hernandez now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Great catch, foul ground up against the wall.
Leading off.
Gleyber Torres up to the plate, and he's already left his mark on this game.
He certainly has, Boog. A 2-run shot in the 2nd inning, and that made an early impact on this game in a big way.
This one looks like trouble. Now he'll turn for second, and he's got a double. 4th hit of the night for him.
Boog, I know you love the slug. Well, slugging percentage is on the rise in this one. That's his 3rd extra base hit of the game. Nice line drive to the...
Here comes the manager out of the... A new arm into the game, the righty, Anthony Bender.
And that's a big potential run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here the bottom of the seventh. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Coming home. Here comes the throw. And he's
On the
out.
tag, you're out.
He comes up fiery, and there was an anticipation and kind of an excitement when the ball went in his direction that he was going to have an opportunity to throw somebody out. And that's the attitude that aggressive and good outfielders have.
This one chopped up the middle. Flips it. There's one. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. We look ahead. Back here in Detroit, ready to begin the eighth. Agustin Ramirez getting ready to hit. And that's ripped for a base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Line drive, base hit. Lead runner around second. Throw comes back in. The tying run stops at third with nobody out. So runners at the corners, nobody out. Jacob Marcy, the next up for the Marlins. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a pop-up. McKinstry under this one. Brings it in, and there's one down.
Up next, for the Marlins, right fielder, Christopher Perez.
Base hit! Runner from third in to score. It's an RBI single, tie game here in the eighth. And here comes the Tigers manager. So the Tigers get a new arm from the pen, Will Vest. Davison De Los Santos, the next to hit. 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Bird.
2 on, 1 out. Not even close there. And the count is 1-1. Now a pop-up on the infield. And there's 2 down.
Up next, for the Marlins, third baseman, Javier Sanoja.
Base hit. Lopez around third. He's safe. They've got the lead 6-5.
Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Now a chance for Connor Norby. There's a swing and a miss. Traffic on the bases with 2 already in to score, and we're in the top of the 8th. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. And they get out of the jam. Well done to finish off the strikeout and in the inning. Back at Comerica Park. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Spencer Torkelson now at the plate. In the air, left field. Conine drifts towards it. And there's 1 away.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
Check swing called strike. Strike 1. Right side, hard hit. And he takes it himself for the out.
That's why you hug the lines on the corners late in the ball game like this. Positioned perfectly.
The Fish trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. That one finds the corner. 0-2.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
So the tying run reaches with 2 away. Zach McKinstry from that runner on the move, pitching for a strike. Safe in second, and that was not close. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Right through there for a strike.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Kenley Jansen.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
This one in the air, center field. Meadows going back on this one. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Marlins, catcher Heriberto Hernandez.
Center field. And he makes the catch. 2 down. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Agustin Ramirez. And first offering is fouled off.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the 9th, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
0-2 now. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And the Marlins down quiet. Back here in Detroit, Javi Baez digs in right side. Pete Fairbanks comes out trying to close it out. He comes in with a chance for his 2nd save of the season. And that drops in for a strike. Late swing fouled off. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, I definitely say that's a statement strikeout right there. You come out of the bullpen, go right after the hitters, and 3 pitches later, you got 1 out. Tell you what, if you're in the dugout, you're looking at each other and saying, he's going to be tough to get to today.
Slings to first in time. So they're down to their final out. Here is Gleyber Torres.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
1 strike away. Out to short, Lopez. Throw to first is in time, and that'll do it. The Marlins take game 1 of the series on the road. 6-5 the final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.